Yeah, those are often the times when the best adventures are had, when there is like that lack of preparation and education. But at the same time, those are also the moments where it is like a knife's edge, where it can turn from a great laugh and a funny story to, oh crap, like
He's
this is
dead.
like life threatening or anything like that. Have you like towed that line much, and have you had any kind of more serious adventures where things have gone wrong and you've really had to learn from those?
I've had moments where things have gone, like, have been really, really close to going really wrong. And, I love it. And I'm so focused in those moments, but it's scary. Like, you don't know how it's going to play out. We did a hike, myself and Morrison did a hike down the south coast of WA, and, seeing this beach on this map, and just didn't know if you could get to it, and didn't know what the tides meant in terms like, obviously you can read the tides and the swell and all that kind of stuff, but you don't know how it's going to reflect on an area until you've been there. Does that beach disappear? Does the tide completely take it over? If the swell's this certain size, does those waves break over that beach completely, and there's no hope of camping there. And so we did one hike, and it took us 7 hours to get to this spot. And the whole time, we went there on high tide, and I thought would have been fine. And it was the worst decision, because the whole time I'm walking in waist to chest deep water with a massive backpack.
Swimming.
Fuck. Yeah, you ain't walking.
You're not walking at that point.
Yeah, you're swimming.
You're swimming.
Half of it was swimming, but then, like, picture kind of trying to go across a rocky, super jagged cliff line for 3Ks, but you can't actually walk across the top of a lot of it, because the cliffs down into it were like super steep, like kind of limestone, kind of sheer steep limestone kind of hills. But and taking Maury, I was like, what have I done? Like, I'm going to lose my dog down here, because this is just way too hectic, and waves are coming in, and I've got him on the leeward side of me, so he doesn't cop the waves as we're swimming. Grab onto a headland, and I'm holding on and like try and lift him up, and he's clawing his way up to get up the top, and then I have to try and get my backpack off and get up there as well before the next wave hits and starts to pull you back out. And there was big swells, and I just didn't think it would kind of impact us that much. And, it was just hour after hour of this like torture. And I knew if we timed it wrong that there was a very good chance myself and my dog could be pulled out by, as the wave kind of sucks back out, we get pulled off the reef, and then you're in deep water and dealing with the swells. I probably would have been all right, but, unfortunately, like, would have been worst case for my dog. So it was tough. We managed to get all the way there, and I was just broken. And this journey, we took no food, and just a little bit of water. And I wanted to just catch food once we got there and get abalone off the reef and bush tucker and stuff. And I knew there was you could get water from the limestone cliffs as the fresh water seeps through. And, that was my plan. But once I finally got there, I was so exhausted. I'm like, how am I going to do anything? Like, how am I going to catch a fish? How am I going to go looking for food when I'm just completely wrecked and have no energy because I haven't eaten all day? And then it became, we got there and casted a line and kept on, flicking lures, and finally got a fish, and, got two little fish, and it was like this big, and I'm just like the happiest guy alive, and chucked it in the little jet boil and cooked it up, and I took got some saltbush, like old man saltbush, as I was walking down the hills, and put that on the fish, and wasn't enough to keep us going, but it was food in the belly for the night. And then as I was cooking, sure enough, this tide kept on coming up, and this beach started to disappear. So where I just set up my tent and sleeping bag and everything was getting lapped on by the waves. So I'm looking around going, there's no more beach. It's just sharp rocky cliffs at a 20-degree angle, 30-degree angle.
Wow.
I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do here. I don't have the energy to walk back, and it's dark now. And so, yeah, we ended up ditching the tent because I couldn't set it up anywhere, and just got the inflatable mat out. And yeah, Maury just laid between my legs, and I slept on this angle like this the whole night. Probably got 2 hours sleep, and I woke up.
That's insane.
Woke up and it was incredible. It's all, when you wake up at sunrise, you're like, oh, this is all worth it. This is magic. But then the whole process of now I've got to get the hell out of here kind of creeps in. I've got no food. Like, the tide was out, so yeah, I just wanted to get out. I didn't want to try and get food or anything like that. But then luckily enough, it turns out low tide was the best time to go there. So we were actually able to dodge all the waves. Maury was able to walk the whole way along this coast at low tide, and we didn't have to, succumb to the big cliffs and the hike through the, or jumping into the waterholes anymore.